My beloved child, if this message has found you today, it is because your heart has been searching for an answer that words alone could never fully explain. For so long, you have wondered what truly lives inside the mind of the person you love. You have replayed memories, analyzed silences, and questioned whether the connection you felt was as real to them as it was to you. I know the nights when loneliness sat beside you. I know the moments when confusion made you question your own worth. But listen carefully, my child, because something important happened. The person you love recently spoke about you to someone they trust, and although you were not there to hear every word, the emotions behind that conversation carried more truth than you realize. What they revealed was not simply a collection of thoughts. It was evidence that your presence has remained in their heart far longer than you think. My precious child, while you have been waiting for answers, I have been working in places your eyes cannot see. A seed buried deep beneath the soil often believes it has been forgotten because all it knows is darkness. Yet beneath the surface, roots are stretching, strength is forming, and life is preparing for its season of growth. In the same way, your journey has not been standing still. Every disappointment, every delay, and every unanswered question has been developing something powerful within you. The conversation that took place about you came from a place deeper than appearances. The person you love spoke about qualities they cannot easily ignore. They spoke about the impact you left behind. Even when life became busy and distractions filled their days, your memory continued to return to them like a familiar song carried by the wind. What seemed forgotten was never truly lost. My dear child, do not mistake silence for absence. A river can spend years carving through stone before anyone notices the canyon it is creating. Hearts often work the same way. Feelings develop quietly. Understanding arrives slowly. What appears unchanged on the outside may be transforming beneath the surface. This is why I ask you not to lose hope. I have seen every tear you kept hidden. I have heard every prayer spoken in private. Nothing you experienced was wasted. Every chapter has been preparing you for greater clarity and deeper peace. The words spoken about you are only the beginning of a larger story that is still unfolding. Trust that I am guiding each step, even when the path seems uncertain. Stay with me through this message, because what you are about to understand next may change the way you see this entire connection. My child, there are moments when a single conversation reveals more than months of silence ever could. The person you love did not speak about you casually. Your name surfaced because something inside them could no longer remain hidden. They were talking with someone they trusted, someone who asked questions they could not easily avoid. At first, they tried to appear calm. They tried to speak as though everything was ordinary. Yet the deeper the conversation went, the harder it became for them to hide what they truly felt. Your memory was not described as something distant or insignificant. Instead, it appeared like a light that kept finding its way back into their thoughts. Even when they attempted to focus on other things, there was a part of them that continued returning to the connection they experienced with you. Listen closely, my child, because many of the answers you have been searching for are hidden beneath the surface of what was said. I know there were times when you believed you were the only one carrying the weight of this connection. You wondered if your feelings existed in isolation. But hearts are often more complicated than they appear. A gardener does not see the flower the day after planting the seed. Growth requires patience, seasons, and careful tending. In the same way, emotions often mature quietly before they become visible. The person you love spoke about moments they remembered, conversations they replayed, and qualities about you that stayed with them long after those moments ended. What surprised them most was not that they remembered you, it was how deeply those memories continued to affect them. Like roots spreading beneath the earth, the impact of your presence reached places they did not expect. Even they struggled to explain why certain thoughts about you refused to disappear. This message was meant for you because I want you to understand that not everything meaningful announces itself loudly. Some of the strongest truths grow in silence. My precious child, do not allow fear to write a story that I have not written. Too often, you have assumed the worst when clarity was simply delayed. Storms may shake a tree, but they also strengthen its roots. The challenges you have faced have been preparing you for wisdom, not punishment. The conversation about you revealed something important: your influence has not faded. Whether they fully understand it yet or not, something within them recognizes the significance of what they shared with you. I have been watching over every detail, every unanswered question, and every moment when hope felt difficult to hold. Nothing you experienced was meaningless. The road ahead still contains lessons, growth, and revelations that have not yet arrived. So breathe deeply and trust me. What was spoken about you was not the end of the story. In many ways, it was the beginning of a deeper realization that is only now starting to unfold. My beloved child, there is something else you need to understand about that conversation. The person you love was not only speaking about who you are, they were also revealing how much they themselves have changed. Sometimes people do not recognize the transformation taking place within them until they begin speaking out loud. As they talked, they found themselves admitting things they had avoided for a long time. They spoke about moments they could not forget. They spoke about lessons they learned through knowing you. Most importantly, they spoke about how certain experiences affected their heart in ways they never expected. What began as a simple discussion slowly became a reflection of emotions they had buried beneath responsibilities, distractions, and everyday life. Listen carefully, my child. When someone repeatedly returns to thoughts about a person, it often means that connection still holds meaning within them. I know you have spent many days wondering whether waiting has been worth it. You have questioned whether your prayers were being heard. Yet consider the way winter appears to stop all growth. Trees stand bare. Fields seem empty. Everything looks lifeless. But beneath the frozen ground, preparation continues. Life remains present even when it cannot be seen. In the same way, many things have been happening behind the scenes while you believed nothing was changing. The person you love has been moving through their own season of growth. Certain realizations cannot be rushed. Certain truths require time before they are fully understood. During that conversation, they found themselves acknowledging qualities about you that they admire, respect, and remember. The more they spoke, the more difficult it became to pretend that your impact had disappeared. Like a river steadily shaping the landscape around it, your presence has continued influencing their thoughts in ways they are only beginning to recognize. My dear child, this is why I ask you not to measure your worth by what you can see today. Your value has never depended on another person's ability to express their feelings perfectly. Your worth comes from who you are and from the purpose I placed within you. The person you love may still be learning lessons that only time can teach. But what was revealed in that conversation showed that your story has not been forgotten. I have been guiding both visible and invisible details, arranging moments of growth that neither of you fully understand yet. Nothing you experienced was wasted. Every challenge has been strengthening your spirit, preparing you to walk forward with greater wisdom and peace. So release the burden of trying to control every outcome. Trust that I am working even when answers seem delayed. What was spoken about you opened a door to deeper understanding, and as this journey continues, more truths will gradually come into the light at exactly the right time. My precious child, as the conversation continued, something unexpected happened. The person you love stopped speaking from their mind and began speaking from their heart. There is a difference between the two. The mind often protects itself with logic, explanations, and careful words. The heart, however, reveals what truly matters. As they spoke, they admitted that certain memories connected to you still carried emotion. They remembered moments that seemed ordinary at the time but now felt significant. They recalled your kindness, your strength, and even the parts of you that you sometimes doubt within yourself. What surprised them was not that they remembered these things, but how clearly those memories remained. Time had passed, seasons had changed, yet your presence continued to live within places they could not easily ignore. Listen closely, my child, because this message was meant for you. What is real does not disappear simply because it becomes quiet. There have been moments when you felt emotionally exhausted, wondering if your efforts, prayers, and patience were leading anywhere at all. I saw those moments. I saw the nights when your heart felt heavy and the mornings when hope seemed difficult to hold. Yet think about a mountain being shaped by countless years of wind and rain. The changes happen slowly, almost invisibly, but over time an entirely new landscape emerges. In the same way, I have been shaping your life through experiences that often made no sense while you were living them. The person you love has been changing too. Lessons have been unfolding within them, and the conversation about you revealed evidence of that growth. They spoke with more honesty than they once would have. They allowed themselves to acknowledge feelings and thoughts they previously kept hidden. Sometimes healing begins the moment a truth is spoken aloud. My beloved child, do not rush ahead of the season you are in. A gardener cannot force a flower to bloom before its appointed time. If they try, they only damage what was meant to grow naturally. Trust the process I have placed before you. Trust the quiet work taking place beneath the surface. The conversation you have been hearing about was not merely about the past, it was a reflection of something still alive within the present. I want you to understand that your journey is bigger than one moment, one answer, or one outcome. I am teaching you faith when certainty feels absent. I am teaching you strength when circumstances seem unclear. And I am teaching you that what is meant for your life will never be lost. Continue walking forward with peace in your heart. The story is still unfolding, and what has been hidden for a season is gradually moving toward the light. Greater understanding is closer than you realize, and I have been guiding every step along the way. My dear child, there was a moment during that conversation when the atmosphere changed. What began as a discussion about you slowly became a discussion about regret, growth, and realization. The person you love found themselves reflecting on choices they had made and opportunities they may have overlooked. They did not speak as someone who had all the answers. They spoke as someone beginning to see certain things from a different perspective. Sometimes people only understand the value of a connection after they have had time to step back and look at it from a distance. Like standing too close to a painting, they could not fully appreciate what was in front of them until time created space. As they spoke, there was an honesty in their words that surprised even them. They could no longer pretend that your influence had been small. The truth kept finding its way into the conversation no matter how much they tried to simplify it. My precious child, I know how difficult waiting can be. Waiting often feels like standing on a shoreline while watching the horizon, searching for signs that something is approaching. Yet the ocean carries many things beneath its surface long before they become visible. In the same way, there are movements taking place that you cannot yet see. The person you love has been wrestling with thoughts they rarely share. Certain memories return unexpectedly. Certain feelings rise when they least expect them. During that conversation, they admitted that your presence brought something meaningful into their life. They spoke about the comfort, inspiration, or understanding they experienced through knowing you. Like a lantern glowing softly during a dark night, your impact remained visible even after time had passed. This is why I tell you not to judge your story by appearances alone. What seems hidden may still be very much alive. My beloved child, I want you to remember something important. Your future is not built upon another person's confusion, fear, or delay. Your future is built upon the plans I have prepared for you. Too often, you have carried burdens that were never yours to carry. You have tried to solve mysteries that only time can reveal. Release those burdens into my hands. Let your heart rest for a moment. The conversation about you revealed more than words, it revealed that your story continues to matter. It revealed that seeds planted long ago have not disappeared. And just as spring eventually follows winter, clarity follows seasons of uncertainty. I have been guiding you through every chapter, even when the path seemed hidden by fog. Trust me when I say that nothing you experienced was wasted. Every lesson, every tear, and every moment of waiting has been shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what lies ahead. Stay close to me, my child, because the next chapter holds insights that will help you understand why this journey unfolded the way it did. My beloved child, as the conversation moved deeper, something remarkable began to happen. The person you love stopped focusing on circumstances and started focusing on you. They spoke about qualities that could not be measured by status, appearance, or achievements. They spoke about the way you made them feel understood. They spoke about your resilience during difficult seasons. They spoke about the quiet strength you carried even when life placed heavy burdens on your shoulders. What they described was not perfection. It was authenticity. And whether they realized it fully or not, their words revealed admiration that had been growing beneath the surface for a long time. Listen carefully, my child, because people do not continue speaking about someone with such depth unless that person has touched their life in a meaningful way. I know there were times when you felt invisible. You wondered if anyone truly saw the sacrifices you made, the battles you fought, or the tears you hid behind a brave face. But I saw every one of them. I was there when you felt forgotten. I was there when you questioned whether your kindness mattered. Think of a tree standing alone through countless storms. To those passing by, it may appear unchanged. Yet beneath the ground, its roots grow deeper with every season. The storms that seemed determined to break it actually strengthened it. In the same way, the challenges you faced have been building a foundation within you that cannot easily be shaken. During that conversation, the person you love unknowingly acknowledged some of those very strengths. They recognized parts of your character that continue to inspire respect and reflection within them. What you thought went unnoticed has not been unnoticed at all. My precious child, this is why I urge you not to lose heart. So much of what I do happens quietly before it becomes visible. Dawn does not arrive all at once. First comes the faintest light on the horizon, then gradually the darkness gives way to a new day. The conversation about you was one of those first rays of light. It revealed that important thoughts and emotions still exist where you feared there might only be silence. But remember, your peace should never depend solely on what another person says or does. Your peace comes from knowing that I am guiding your path. I am the gardener tending the soil of your life, nurturing growth even when you cannot yet see the flowers. Trust the timing of your journey. Trust the lessons you have learned. And trust that every season has a purpose. The story is moving forward exactly as it should, and what is being prepared will make more sense than anything you could force into place today. Remain patient, remain hopeful, and continue walking with faith, because the understanding you seek is drawing closer with each passing step.